Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on the channel. Some exciting news. AFC Wimbledon have just announced their second summer signing of the summer transfer window. It's Myles Hippolyte, the winger from Stockport County, just went out of contract I believe. Yeah, a really excited signing, and it's going to be interesting to see how he does. He's experienced in the league, and yeah, Craig Cope, Johnny Jackson seems like they're cooking at the moment. But in today's video, we're going to go through everything about this transfer, Myles Hippolyte to AFC Wimbledon on a 2-year deal, which is absolutely great to see. He becomes our second summer signing of the transfer window ahead of the 2024-2025 League 2 season. Really exciting. But yeah, before we get into this video, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. There's so much more content coming out this season. It's going to be so much more professional as it was than last season. But yeah, let's dive more into it. So, as I said in the intro, AFC Wimbledon have signed left winger, I believe he is, Myles Hippolyte from Stockport County. I believe he went out of contract, so he was a free agent. Officially becomes our player on the 1st of July, which is amazing to see. It's amazing to see that we're getting transfers done and dusted straight away, and hopefully we can continue in this fashion. But yeah, first thoughts on Myles Hippolyte. I think he looks like an exciting player. Hasn't really been in the Stockport County side in the last couple of seasons, been pretty much sitting on the bench, especially this season, been sitting on the bench, coming on, getting the odds game in the starting 11. I mean, a lot of players are like that, to be honest. They don't really get a lot of good opportunities at their previous clubs, and then they come to Wimbledon and do really well. So I think this could be another one of those players. Myles Hippolyte has a lot of potential. He's played at a lot of clubs. He's played St Mirren. He's done Dunfermline Athletic. He's done Yeovil, Scunthorpe. He's he's gone pretty much everywhere to try and find the club which is for him. But more about Myles Hippolyte. I think he's an exciting player, pacey. He loves to get down the wing and either taking on the man, pretty much like a Josh Newville, taking on the man, or either whipping it into the box. And I think, and we'll get onto that a little bit more in the video, in the way which we could play him, in the style of play that we should be playing next season. But my first thoughts, Myles Hippolyte, pretty decent player. He seems like pretty pacey, pretty strong, which is really what we want to see. And especially that he's not scared to take on a player, and he can also get a really good crossing, as we have Matty Stevens, Omar Bugle there in the box, which will easily can score from any sort of cross that goes inside the box, even if it's from a corner, just whipping it in from a throw-in, which we had Kofi Barmer last season. So yeah, so far so good. Myles Hippolyte signs on a 2-year deal. Will become our player on the 1st of July. Really exciting things. But before we get on to talk about how I think he'll fit into our squad, let's go and talk about his career and what Johnny Jackson and Craig Cope have said about this signing. So yeah, more about Myles Hippolyte signing for Wimbledon. His career pretty much started in non-league. He had a couple years in Scotland with St Mirren in the 2017-2018 season, playing 8 games, scored 1 goal. Dunfermline Athletic, playing a lot more games for a winger, 39 games, 6 goals, 2 assists, isn't that bad. He went to then National League Yeovil, playing 37 games and scoring 5 goals, which is very decent stats. And then he moved back up north to Scunthorpe United for 2 seasons, the 2021 season and the 21-22 season, getting around 50 appearances, 5 goals, 3 assists. To be honest, when you look at his stats, they're maybe not the best, but he is a winger, so obviously there's going to be a lot more assists to his game. But hopefully, like as I said in the introduction to this video, a lot of players haven't really found their home yet, haven't really found where they're most comfortable with, and hopefully Myles Hippolyte can be one of those players which can come to us and start performing really well under Johnny Jackson and the rest of the team. He then moved to Stockport County. I believe it was in their National League winning season in the 2021-22 season, playing 20 games, scoring 4 goals. Unfortunately not getting any assists, which for a winger is kind of what you want. You want to be able to take on a man, be able to get a cross in. And then he's been at Stockport for 3 seasons, 21, 22, 23 season, playing 55 games, This was the season where they narrowly lost to Carlisle United on penalties. Seemed like a really good season for him, to be honest. FOTMob averaging him a 7.4 rating out of 10 every single time he played. 55 games, 5 goals and 5 assists. That's more what you want from a winger, to be honest. You want to be able to chip in with goals, and you want to be able to get a lot of assists as well, which is amazing to see that he has that type of attribute to do that. We kind of want... I feel like we'll get onto the style of play in a minute. And then the last season that he played in the 2023-24 season, didn't really get a lot of opportunities for some reason. Had a massive influence in their first season, in Stockport's first season in League Two. And then, unfortunately, only last season playing 19 games and only getting 1 assist. And looking through the games that he's played, most of those have been just coming off the bench and getting the average start every now and then, pretty much playing the Bristol Street Motors Trophy games as well. Had a big influence in those games whenever he played. But yeah, doesn't really seem like he got a lot of experience. Doesn't seem like he got a lot of games last season, which is disappointing to see. But as I said already in this video, a lot of players haven't really had the best of statistics before coming to us, but then we sign them and they're a hidden gem, and then they do really well with us, which hopefully will happen with Myles, Hippolyte. But yeah, only averaging 1 assist in 19 games, which isn't really the best. But let's move on to talking more positive about this. I think it's exciting. I think he's an attacking winger. And then if we look at the article that AS Wimbledon put out, Johnny Jackson said Myles is an exciting attacking player who wants to get on the ball, getting people and create. I'm sure our supporters will enjoy watching him play. He has a wealth of experience, and really importantly, he knows what success at this level looks like, having just won League Two with Stockport. That is very, very true. I mean, I think the key thing about getting out of this league is just experience. You have so many players like Wrexham. They've brought in so many experienced players in the league which have got promoted from League Two or even League One before, and I think that's just what you need. Like, you need a big balance between the young players and the experienced players, and I think that's what Wimbledon are trying to create this season. We did have it last season as well, but had a couple more young players. I think getting more experienced players. We started with Matty Stevens, which is experienced in this league. He's won League Two, and the same with Myles Hippolyte. He just won League Two, got to a playoff final the season before, narrowly lost out. So that's what we need. We need experience in the squad, which is really good to see. And also Johnny Jackson saying he's an exciting attacking player who wants to get on the ball, get at people and create. And that's another type of player which we need. As I said at the start of the video, talking about the style of play, we need to just look dangerous every single time we play every team. We need them to come down and make Plough Lane a fortress. We need to get them behind the ball. We need to attack them for 90 minutes, be strong, be physical, and I think Myles Hippolyte can definitely help that down the wing. He can take on a player, he's confident on the ball, but then I think getting the ball in the box as well, taking free kicks, getting it in the box, or just taking on a player, getting in the box for Omar Bugle, Matty Stevens, which is hopefully what he can do as well. But we've got a really good winger on our hands. We've got a player which can create, and we've got a player which can take on a man and get the ball in the box. And also he's got a good shot on him and everything. And that's what we need as every Wimbledon player. And then he said, as soon as we spoke, I could tell he was hungry to be a part of what we are building here, and we are delighted to welcome to the AS Wimbledon family. Again, that's really good to see that players are hungry and really want to sign for Wimbledon. Craig Cope said it's great to welcome Myles to Wimbledon. He arrives off the back of 2 promotions and a playoff campaign in the last 3 seasons. We are hoping those experiences and the quality he will bring to the team will enable us to push on from last season. Again, that's so true from Craig Cope. The experience matters so much for Wimbledon. I think, as I said, experience can easily get you out of this league. But yeah, really exciting times at the club. Another good point, it's also really good to see that Craig Cope and Johnny Jackson are thinking straight away from after the season has finished. We're getting transfers in that possibly don't cost a lot of money as they're free agents, as their contracts have run out with their parent club. So that's really good to see. And we also have a big connection with Stockport. We have Joe Lewis, Ryan Johnson, which is amazing to see. And now we have Myles Hippolyte. So that type of connection is really good to see, and Myles Hippolyte will have no problems settling well into the squad, which is again amazing to see. That's what we want. We want to build connections really quickly, but again, it's really good to see Craig Cope, Johnny Jackson getting signings in really quickly before players go off on their holidays or way before the pre-season starts, which is amazing to see. Have about a month left before pre-season training starts, I believe, but hopefully we can continue in this fashion with getting loads of players in, and they're even out of contract before spending a load of money. But so far, 2 signings, Matty Stevens and Myles Hippolyte, 2 attacking players, a striker and a winger. Hopefully we can get a couple more in, centre mids, a right back, a left back, a goalkeeper, a centre back. There's still so much business to do. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Myles Hippolyte has signed on a 2-year deal, the attacking winger. Please let me know down in the comments your thoughts on Myles Hippolyte signing a 2-year deal for AFC Wimbledon, how you think he'll do at the club, how you think he'll fit in the squad, do you think he'll start? Let me know your overall thoughts. But yeah, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. But yeah, come on, you dons.